hopefully you guys watched the previous video, and now we're gonna be on a positive note, and we're talking about the 5 things that I love about this car. So I think the very first thing is just the price. So obviously mine is kind of like, I would say, medium spec. It's not a base, but it's not like fully optional with the carbon stuff. This car was like 66, which is like amazing. So for this price point, like I don't think there's any other car with this amount of power, the looks, like you're like, think about all the expensive parts, right? This is basically an M3 chassis. It has the same brakes, same suspension, same performance as like an M3, right? And even the interior quality and everything is just amazing. So this price, definitely a win. The next thing I would say is just the fact of like all the things that make this like an M car, it's still in here, you know? The fact that it's still 2023, it still has a relatively normal grille. It has the M dome hood, which is a very typical M thing. It kind of sucks out like the M240 has it now, and it's not exclusive to the M car, but still, this dome hood is a very important feature. It has the hips, of course, of an M car, which is really important. It has the M mirrors. It has a 6-speed manual. It has an inline 6. And obviously, one of the most important things is seeing those quad exhausts next to an M badge, which honestly is just very historic. And I forgot one more thing, the Hofmeister's kink. So these are basically, the kind of 6 or 7 things that make an M car an M car. And the fact that it's 2023 and you can still get a manual, real M car is, kudos to BMW for that. The next thing I wanted to go over is just the tech. So obviously, inside is very nice, right? It has Apple CarPlay, has a bunch of cool like driving tech, whether that's, like the blind spot assist, lane assist, and just like the auto rev matching, and there's like a lot of fail-safe modes on the manual transmission. So it just makes it like a really nice cabin to be inside. Obviously the other tech in terms of driving is, like you have an S58, which has like a lot of cool features on that point. It has a diff and a lot of cool features that are just, essential to like a performance driving car. The fourth thing on this list is just the performance. So this car is honestly really, really fast. So, obviously they say it's like 450 horsepower, but people who are dynoing are getting like 450, 470 at the wheels, which is just nuts. The performance that you get with this car is insane. Like even, obviously the automatic is gonna be a lot faster, but one thing I notice is when I'm driving the manual is every gear, like I feel like it gets faster and faster. I feel like they probably do some type of like boost by gear function, but the way this thing just sucks you into the seat, and like pulls you, it's insane. And even at a corner, like the way it like the performance is so good, right? Like I remember the old F87s, like they were pretty much like a drift machine. This is like, you can still have drift fun, like if you turn everything off, but in MDM mode, like it allows the perfect amount of slip. It's almost on par with Porsche. The last thing I just love about this car is just the looks. So a lot of people, they come up to me and they're like, they know it's a BMW, but everyone's just like, oh, what is this thing, right? Like it just looks so aggressive. Like guys can see that hip there, the front. It just looks super, super aggressive. Like obviously it looks like a BMW, but it also doesn't look like a BMW at the same time, right? Like you've never seen this type of taillights. You've never seen, this type of bumper design. Jose, the designer, kudos to him. He did a really good job with the looks of this car. A lot of people are like kind of on the fence about it, but man, like honestly, how aggressive that front end is, like it's very, especially like the back end, like this is like straight out of like an E30 or E36, right? Like that's super aggressive fenders. And this is just like a bonus thing, so I'll add this in here. And this is kind of really hits home because of, when I was cross shopping this car, I was looking at like either like a BRZ, or I guess like the other end would be like a C8. I just wanted something fun. And honestly, when I looked at it, like the best feature about this car is the practicality, right? Like I still have, a decent, second row behind the first row seats. I still have like this size of a car that's like fairly large inside. The trunk room is really good. It gets pretty decent gas mileage. I'm getting about 25, 26. So I guess the biggest difference is like, if I got a C8, like I wouldn't be able to, take this thing to Costco or take it on a long trip. Or, throw my friends in the back. And also you get like the free maintenance, right? That obviously, all those little stuff, it adds up to your overall ownership experience. So let me know what you guys think. And comment, put your thoughts in the comment section below.